Dream lied about speedrunning. Hey everyone, your favorite gamer girl waccd, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be covering a long ass thing Dream posted on his Twitter, which has to do with stuff about speedrunning and what we actually didn't know about the situation. And before we get into the video, I have 3 things to say and 3 things you must do. 1. Please consider subscribing, as I'm really close to hitting 10k and I'm trying to hit that before my birthday, which is June 14th. 2. Make sure you grab yourself a nice beverage or some snacks, because this is going to be a long video. And 3. The fact that I said I was a gamer girl in the intro all has to do with my Discord server and the booster, so if you want to make a custom intro for me, join my Discord, link in the description, and boost the server. And if you can't boost, well, just enjoy the server because you can meet a lot of cool people. Without any further ado, let's get straight into reading these tweets. So on Dream's backup account, not even his main, he posts this about speedrunning and then a link, which is basically a twit longer. I feel like this is something important to talk about. I've been very withheld for a while about it, and I've decided it'd probably be best just to let it out so I can feel relaxed a little more, I guess. This will be a very long read, I'm sure. I'm running this at my bath at 4 AM on my phone, so forgive me for any mistakes and confusing bits. Back in October and November of 2020, for the first time since when 1.16 had just released, I decided to try and speedrun it to get some decent time. My goal was to get it faster than a 25-minute time, which was a good time and fairly obtainable at the time for me without spending months speedrunning. We were just about to switch Manhunt to 1.16, and I wanted to practice for that and then speedrun for a better 1.15 time because my record on 1.15 had been beaten. After running for about a week, I got a 19-minute time that arguably could have been lower, ironically enough due to bad luck. I started running 1.15 directly after, and a few days later there were some suspicions involving my stream on 1.16. At this time, I was cooperative but upset, and I was confused about being questioned. I provided all the information that I could and assumed everything was fine. After chatter grew, I was confused as the numbers did not look in my favor. If you don't remember, Dream's odds for what he did in his past speedruns on stream were like 1 in 7 trillion, and then when he actually hired a statistician, his odds were still 1 in 5 million or something ridiculous. And when you looked at Dream's odds compared to other top speedrunners' odds, Dream was up by thousands. At this point, I reached out to the only Mojang developer that I had contact with and talked to him for an hour or so of what was going on. I told him the details and was asking if there was potential for a bug or glitch. He told me no, there isn't, but some things about how banning for luck seemed far-fetched and that they should improve their system. I felt a little reassured, but also angry that I was potentially being dragged for absolutely nothing. It wasn't a huge thing yet, it still lingered in my mind, and I couldn't really think about anything other than it. To be honest, guys, I'm looking at this, and there's at least 60 more lines of just Dream speaking, just preaching, so I'm gonna look at a summary. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I found a perfect summary from this absolute chat on screen right now, so make sure to go give him a follow if you want. This dude's really a G. So he talks about the stuff we already covered, but then in his third tweet, he said that the expert said that the mods were off in their math, and he ended up making a video using the math from the astrophysicist. The mods came up to back the corrected expert's math, and the astrophysicist admitted he made mistakes. The expert later came to a final conclusion. The expert conclusion was that it was improbable that Dream did not cheat. Dream felt like the right thing to do was post the findings, and he did. After this, he lost about the whole thing, and he was paranoid. So yeah, 2 people said Dream was cheating. Not only did the person he hired say he was cheating, but the mods of the speedrunning committee said he was cheating. After this, he ended up finding out that he had been using a disallowed modification during 6 of his live streams, and he had been recording videos of 1.16 and hired a developer to help him with the mods. The mod developer was working on an overall recording mod for vids. In Dream's challenge videos before 1.16, he had always increased Enderman spawn rates and pearl drops out of a convenience of making videos better so that the video didn't spend hours farming. After 1.16, they made a plugin to increase the piglin rates for new vids. He had considered that this may have been the problem at the time, but brushed it off for a bunch of technical reasons, as well as him believing the recording mod was off. The Fabric API logs only lists of things that were explicitly asked to be listed, and they don't show it. After talking to the developer, he found out that the developer had added some improvements to the video servers on the client-side mod so that they would work in single-player for shock vids or other single-player vids. This was the only early rendition of the mod. When he realized this, he felt an extreme sense of guilt and took down his response video after not believing anything he said in that video at all a couple months ago. He regrets his first actions, being defending himself, being right, rather than figuring out the issue. He feels terrible for the mods as he has dragged them down through the mud even when they were mostly right. Yeah, sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled program, but dude, Dream was so harsh against those guys just to be wrong in the end, and now he's coming out with this like months later after Geosquare quite literally was harassed by his stance is beyond ridiculous and scummy in my opinion. I guess better late than never though, right? Also, we're almost at the end of this. We're almost at the end of the summary of all of this, and if you want to read all of the actual tweet, I'm gonna link it in the description below. Also, if you made this far, comment comment down Cupcake, I'll heart your comment. Thank you for your patronage. He feels terrible for the mods as he's dragged them through the mud even though they were mostly right. He still feels like that the team was unprofessional, but the volunteers were doing their job. He put himself in their situation and realized he might have done the same. Unprofessional or not, they were mostly right, dude. And speaking of unprofessional, the way you initially handled this drama just because you had no clue what you were saying was beyond unprofessional, especially for someone with well over 12 million subscribers. And then we also have to look at the fact that you're just now talking about this after Geosquare and others have already been prosecuted by your goddamn stands for months. So there really is no taking the moral high ground of, oh, they were unprofessional. Dude, you are way more unprofessional about the situation, and the fact, I don't have to repeat myself, but the fact you responded so goddamn late is beyond stupid to me. He reflected a lot about the whole thing, and he has a lot of regret and ponders the what ifs and certain things went better. He debated streaming or making a video about it, but the drama was already over. There's still some animosity between him and the mod team and some other issues. A month ago they questioned his 1.15 run, but that was a mistake on their part. Yesterday around MCC, the mods removed his old runs due to suspicions and the 1.16 run. This is done with most people who submit invalid runs. He accepts this and says that makes sense. The Dream just felt like he needed to get a huge weight off his shoulders with this whole statement. The situation has got horrible for everyone involved and wishes he could go back and do things differently. He's sorry to anyone he's let down or disappointed. He just wants to be better. When he got into speedrunning, he tryharded every day and it was fun. He got some records and optimized the category. He came in at the right time and met great people. He's not the best speedrunner, but he came in at the right time and he was able to have a lot of fun. I don't know if this is just this person's opinion or what Dream said. He hopes that this shows his perspective. He might talk about it more, but he wants to avoid drama. Ends with, please don't send any hate to the mod team or anyone involved in the situation. I don't want any more drama at all. You're no supporter of mine if you do. End of thread. Hey man, you're a little late on the no hate to mods. Look at the over 43,000 people who believed you and your information when you genuinely had no clue what you were saying. Like seriously, I know this drama's over, but it really does irritate me knowing that Dream's covering it now and he didn't cover it the second he realized he had mods enabled unknowingly. Many famous YouTubers responded to this trend and I'm gonna look over that real quick before I end the video. Tom made a response by saying, good work, keep it up man, still a little confused. Yeah, me too. A60 responds by saying, take some bravery to admit you were wrong after all that. GG dude, would have been better to admit it earlier, but better late than never. I'm glad to see that A60 has level heading. Ooh, and then not a Dream hater, but someone who's a Dream critic responds by saying, I'm sorry, but not checking your mod folder before submitting runs to a world record is incredibly naive. Dream himself actually responds to this critic by saying, thought I'd reply because clarity is good. 1, it wasn't a record. 8, but didn't you submit it to be a record of sorts? The closest analogy I can give to what Dream just said is me submitting an essay into Turnitin.com, it having a 90% plagiarism rate, and then me saying, oh, just because I turned it into Turnitin.com, not for the school record, it does not mean that it's plagiarized. You still submitted a faulty run. Actually, multiple. And the second thing he says is, I did check my mods folder not too long after, and it is the same directory that I moved my mods in and out for videos in different versions. SS with screenshot mod from October that could be useful. Hey, good stuff, Dream. You checked your mod folder after you submitted it. Once again, best comparison I could give, me checking for plagiarism after I submit an assignment, dude. If you've made it this far, I want you to know that I do not hate Dream. I think he makes okay content. He's not a bad content creator, and honestly, some of the things he stands for, I stand for as well. But personally, I believe we can't let Dream completely get away from this. Just because he feels quote-unquote guilt and a weight lifted off his shoulder does not mean he did not basically harass Geosquare with his fanbase. I hope to not see any more incidents like this from you, Dream, and I really hope to see his fan base grow up as an audience. The situation obviously won't cancel Dream, but this honestly does remove credibility when it comes to the way I look at him and what he says. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. Please let me know why you left a dislike, and let me know if you don't agree with me, because I do love to have arguments in the comment section below. Also, I have a Discord if you want to have an even longer argument with me. Please consider subscribing as I'm so close to 10K, it'd mean the world. I hope you all have a blessed day. Go do something productive, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.